The parade of lonely hearts, the chorus of the unheard, the desolate voices cried, the cavernous souls empty, the oceans of tears spilled. The world once filled with such beauty, darkened by man's selfish presence, gave rise to the burning yellow sun, as shadows dance where once were men's feet. Distant bells rang in the whistling wind, where once the songs of a woman rang high, where the children played with marbles in the street, yet now the paths dusty with man's final remains, burned long ago in the sun's final rays. The lost ones cry still for the final passing, as they walk down the graveyards which were once abodes, the tombstones with no names that once were roads. And the lost ones place wilted remains of flowers by each door side by side, and make wet the ground by their feet with their tiny, tiny tears, oh so sweet. Glancing upwards to the high-rising colossal sun that rains down its misery upon all below, large, vast, filling half the sky, its rays burning red raw further their feet, their hands outstretched covering their burnt faces, the forgotten children, the lost ones, whose fathers and mothers never outsaw the sun, slowly burned to death on the spot of humanity's remains. The cries, soft and gentle, echoes of distant past, terminate like clouds of smoke, engulfing the emptiness of the world now. The dying days, the tear-spilled dreams, the legends to be remained unwritten, the pain of man's demise, man's end, engulfed within the surface of man's home, rips through the ground, parting like the oceanic waves of blood red, filling the cracks that can't hold it in its endless pain, as planet and man fuse to take burden of its fruitless end. The erupting volcanic molten rock oozes down, crying with burning rage, his anger of its own entwined demise. The thunderclaps ring in the vacant skies, the sulphuric rain pouts down upon as the tears of men and world are once, finally, one final time, reunited with unifying pain. Outstretched through the starlit universe, the blue-green earth slowly turning on its invisible axis, begins to slow down till it halts. As motionless it dies amongst its graveyard of dead planets and faded stars. As the sun, bright red, bursts through its surface, shards of cosmic meaning and purpose engulfing the universal graveyard, the century's brightest light show is short-lived, as the long beams of man's endeavors shoot from one end of the universe to its farthest point, and the vacuumed universe takes with deep breath in, until all that remains of this cosmic explosion, this cosmic ending, is the matter that once made up the universe's greatest dream and hope, traversing the long dead universe, empty, dark, alone. The parade of lonely hearts, the chorus of the unheard, the desolate voices cried, the cavernous souls empty, the oceans of tears spilled, where men and women were finally denied the existence outspent they over-enjoyed. That was written on the 1st of June after listening to Jamie Summer's Dripping. And I was so inspired by what he wrote that I had to write something. And this is what I wrote in response there, so it goes to him really. And you'll notice there is some things that crop up from his mind, cavernous, forgotten children, I think is actually he mentions, and it's come into my head as well. So thank you for that. And I still think his is better though, but at least this made me, I think after reading such a great poem as The Dripping, although it's not actually a poem, but it was prose, although I might have read it out as a poem, well, it doesn't matter actually, does it? But it was so, it made me think, oh, mine's all shit. So I had to write something, I think, inside I had to write something to see that, can I write something that's good? And inspired by what he wrote. Because his has got a lot better vocabulary than mine. And that's probably where some of these words and my attempt to use more verbs, is it verbs? I'll never know which one's which, but anyway. So I'm glad I wrote this, because then at least it proves I can write something nearly as good as The Dripping. Anyway, there you go.